Wednesday, everybody. Just a few minutes away from our Come On Get Happy Hour class. This class is designed to be mood lifting and stress busting and a little bit of fun. So quiet your phone and turn off your screens. Grab your family members. Grab your mat, grab a blanket, something to sit on, something for a little bit of comfort. Today we're going to be giving our shoulders some TLC. So go ahead and grab your stuff. We'll start in just about 3 minutes. And then as you're coming into the room, don't forget to say hi and just create a little bit of community around this class, broadcasting live from my home, from my living room. Jason's right next to me. Looking at the chat room right now, seeing if anybody's here yet. And so if you even want to just say hi to Jason, he'll be able to chat back to you. And if you have any questions or concerns or just want to reach out and have a little bit of community tonight, please feel free to do so. This class has a fun name, but a serious intention in that I offer everything that I've learned in combating my own depression and anxiety and feelings of overwhelm to really come past a lifetime of living in fear and immobilization, as we kind of are now, right again, and just being able to empower myself through breathing, through calming moves of yoga, through uplifting moves of yoga, and together with nutrition and just a really strong gratitude practice, able to leave that life of crippling depression and anxiety much behind me. It does creep in every now and again, I do say, but I have the tools now to deal with it. And that's what this class is about. And especially now more than ever when we're at home, when everything is unsure, when everything is changing by the minute, and some of it getting scarier, some of it getting more hopeful. And just this time of change and unknown, it's important to have tools at the ready, whether it's a simple breath technique or a pose that you liked that created a sense of calm in your body. I really do match the science, the why of what's going on in the body, to the moves, to the poses. So as you're joining me on your mats, looking at my trusty clock now, it is 5:30, so very happy Wednesday. We're going to start off class. This class is all levels, meaning that, well, even the highest yogi in the land understands that being in community and sitting in breath with anyone is always worth your time. So even if you feel that this class might be a little easy for you, just know that sitting for an hour with the intention of bringing gratitude and wellness into your life is never a waste of time. And it always comes back to pay you in dividends right when you need it. So let's lift tall into easy pose, flexing out through the heels. You can sit on your blanket, finding a nice tall spine. If knees don't want to be bent, you can stretch out for staff pose, just bringing the legs nice and long. Drop your hands to your knees and curl the fingers around the knees. Have that feeling that you can, or have that awareness of where all 10 fingers are resting on your knees. Drop your shoulders. Excuse me, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen into the back of the neck and drop your eyes closed, creating a smaller world for yourself right now. Before noticing anything else, just notice the sounds around you. The sounds of your house, the sounds of the people or the neighbors or the traffic. What are the close sounds that you can hear? closer or further away? What else can you hear in the distance? Eyes closed, shoulders relaxed. Just noticing the world in a different way. Lift tall into the spine and now start to notice your breath. Let the sound of your breath fill your ears. Let the oxygen that you're bringing into the body fill from the belly into the bottom of the ribs all the way into the top. Exhaling slowly and smoothly. Relax the shoulders, relax your jaw. Maybe even give yourself a few neck rolls, a few neck stretches here as you settle. Take another 3 breaths. Keep eyes closed or low, but lean back and let's change the cross of our legs, bringing the second leg in front and coming to sit back up again, rearranging the spine, rearranging the sit bones, wrapping the fingers around the knees again. And come back to your breath. And we're going to sit with just about 5 rounds of a breath technique that helps to relieve and release stress from the body before it gets a chance to bottle up and burst out at the wrong moment. So this is going to be a very controlled open mouth exhale. Instead of a deep sigh sometimes I'll have us have a heated exhale. This is a very soft, mouth barely open, controlled sigh out of the mouth that will take us 6 counts or 6 heartbeats. We'll inhale for 6 and we'll have that slow, controlled, open mouth exhale. So drop your eyes closed, relax your shoulders, and through the nose, inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a soft sigh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soft sigh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sigh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soft sigh, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sigh. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to a slow breath. Bring the breath in. Dramatic sigh, this one. Roll into the neck, roll into into the wrists, stretch the legs out, bring a little bit of movement into the body. And right away, let's come on up and over into downward facing dog. Downward dog is one of those poses. You can move the blanket out of your way if you were using it. And downward dog is one of those poses that as you build strength, you don't want to overdo it. If the shoulders get tired or start to feel taxed, you just come down. You just bring the knees down, you take a little rest, and you come back into it as you build stamina. It's this nice upside down V that always feels so interesting when you have some sinus stuff going on. But it is a place where you can bend into the knees and bring comfort and length into the spine. And you can straighten into the legs and find a little bit of stretch there. This is nicknamed as the west side stretch. The west side of your body, the back side of your body. Let's take 2 more breaths here and have a slow, controlled sigh out of the mouth. Just releasing sadness, overwhelm, and anger in a controlled way. One more time. Bend your knees, walk your hands back, hang in a very comfortable ragdoll. You can even bring elbows to your thighs if you'd like. You don't have to hang forward if spine is not ready for that. The wider the feet are, the more room the belly and the lungs have to breathe and to move. And the more generous the bend in the knee, the more you can lengthen into the spine. Then come into a half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Press through the feet, reach through the arms, stretch on up. Bring your hands to your heart, feet nice and separated. Happy Wednesday, everybody. What an interesting way to teach yoga. I know there are some people here because I can see little hearts and thumbs up going up through the camera, but it's that feeling that I know you're out there, and because of that, it just makes me miss you that much more. So my Wednesday evening regulars, sending you extra special love, and if there's new people here, just become one of our Wednesday evening regulars. It's such a fantastic group. So, standing here in my sunny living room, hopefully you're standing in a sunny room yourself, that beautiful 60-degree day that we were lucky enough to have. Let's find our way into standing superhero. Turn and face your windows. Go and stand in a window with some sunshine. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows come back, little bend into your knees. Don't lock your knees. Lift up into the heart, drop back through the shoulders. This is a place where you learn how to cheer for yourself. This is a place where you can plant your feet down and lift your heart up and become bigger in this universe. Take slow, easy breaths into the belly, into the heart. Drop your eyes closed, but keep your face lifted. If you are in a window, feel the warmth of the sunshine. If you're not in a window, just imagine it. Lift up into your toes, lift up into your face, lift up into your heart, and breathe here in this safe place. And let your body work its magic as you lift up in this pose. Arms become tired, please feel free to drop them down to your sides, but we'll take 5 more breaths here. Again, press into your feet, firm into your legs, little bend in the knees, lift the heart, lift the face. Deep breaths. And relax your arms down. Move into the legs, move into the shoulders. That is a great pose to come into in the morning, especially in a bright sunny window. Like I said, it can really set you up for a fantastic day. Come to stand at the top of your mat in Tadasana pose, making sure that you have enough room in all around you. Toes come to press together for Tadasana pose. Tailbone presses down, the rest of the spine reaches up. Lift tall here. Exhale. As you inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, press your palms together, and arms just come right back down. Exhale. Working into the shoulders, inhale, press into the feet, reach up through the arms. Exhale, bring the hands down nice and slow. A few more times, lifting the energy, lifting the oxygen, lifting the arms. Exhale, feet grounded, shoulders relaxed. Two more. Feel that stretch through the arms, through the sides of the waist, through the fingertips. Exhale, all the energy relaxes. One more. Become taller, reach longer. And hands to your sides, Tadasana pose. Stretch the left leg, the left arm in front of you, and either hug in with the hand on your wrist or hand on your elbow. Just deciding which way it feels better to you. Coming into a standing thread the needle stretch. So your helping arm is your floor, and you're hugging in and creating that stretch there in the back of the shoulder blades. Drop that left shoulder down, reach the right ear over to the right shoulder, and take a few breaths here, hugging the arm in, and just give yourself a chance to relax tension, eyes quiet. Really relax your jaw. Let tension go from your face. Bring the neck back to neutral. Relax that left arm down, and then it'll reach behind you. Palm presses out away from you, and you can either stay with the hand right there in the center of the spine, or if it's okay for you, you're going to reach all the way around and hook onto that right arm. Roll the right palm open and lift tall here, dropping the shoulder down. And let's find that ear stretch again, that neck stretch. Right ear drops over to the right shoulder. Open up into the left shoulder. There's a tendency to kind of round in. You want to have a feeling that you're opening into the chest. Another breath. And come back to center with the neck. Relax the left arm down, roll into the shoulder a few times. And the right arm presses in front, either hugging in with that with the left wrist, or wrist to hand, or finding that elbow. Relax the shoulder, find the stretch. And then once you already have the stretch, that's when left ear presses over to the left shoulder. Eyes relaxed. Actively hugging in, but also actively relaxing. Feel that tension leave the shoulders. Neck and shoulders and low back and hips are just where we naturally carry it. Take another breath. Bring the neck back to center. Relax the right arm down and it'll reach behind you, palm pressing away. Stay with that hand in the center of your spine or reach around and find that left arm, palm facing forward. Lift into the shoulders, keep the shoulder blades back and down. And then left ear to left shoulder. Right shoulder is trying to reach away from the right ear here. Creating stretch and open. Slow breathing. And slowly lift the neck back up. Relax the arms down. And roll into the shoulders. Bring the feet hip distance or a little wider. Make sure you have that bend in your knees. Reach the arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers and then just drop the hands on top of the head. Elbows relaxing away from each other. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Inhale here, and we're going to come into a side stretch. Left elbow to left hip, and breathe. Well, toward left hip. Inhale back to center. And exhale, right elbow toward right hip. Back to center. And one more time. Back to center, arms come down to the shoulders, fingers in front, thumb in back, elbows out away from you, still a little bend in the knees. Inhale here, open through the heart. Exhale, twist to the right, really plant the feet and twist and look all the way over the shoulder. Come back to center, inhale, and exhale as you twist. One more time each way, just opening up through the spine. Exhale and twist. Inhale, feel yourself open through the heart line. Exhale, ring out from the bottom to the top. Lift tall here. Back to center and arms come down. Press the palms into the hip crease there. And let's find a little stretch in the sacrum. Pressing the palms into that hip crease, bending forward, and then pressing back into the palms, and you can shift the weight here a little bit. Just relaxing into the sacrum. And then press into the feet, slowly reach up. Press the palms together as you look up. Exhale, fold in nice and slow, knees can bend. Half lift, heart lifts, and fold. Press through the feet, reach through the arms, stretch all the way up. Hands to your heart, Tadasana pose. Take a breath. Side out. Press into your feet, reach through the arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold in, slow and steady. Lift your heart. Bend your knees, step back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Feel free to take your knees if you'd like. Bring your ears in line with your elbows. Knees can bend, hips lift up. Really press into those hands, extend through the spine. 2 more breaths. Have a soft sigh. One more. Knees down, hips down, child's pose. Arms can reach back behind you if you'd like, just softening into this very quiet space. You can turn the head one way or the other if that's more comfortable. If your child's pose isn't quite as closed as mine is, you can bring forearms to the earth, keeping the hips up a little bit, just finding comfort where you can. You can drop the head down, creating length in the back of the neck. Just come into this place. We're going to rest here for about 2 minutes and really give this very quieting pose a chance to work its magic. In my very humble opinion, yoga is medicine. And this is my self-prescription for overwhelm and for anxiety. Child's pose really helps you to make the world smaller. It helps you to listen to your breath and remind yourself that you can steady and you can breathe and you can quiet. Just use the exhales to really ground the energy down. Feel yourself get heavier here. And use those slow, soft, open mouth exhales to really release, to pre-release any feelings, any negative feelings that you need to release, whatever your adjectives are, whatever it is that you deal with. Soften here and listen. If you turn one cheek to the earth, very gently lift up and turn the other cheek down and settle right back into your breath, noticing the expansion of your breath at the belly, through the ribs, up into the shoulder blades. Just allowing the body a moment, another moment of calm. Quietly, as you're ready, we'll come up to hands and knees and flow into cat-cow with our breath. You can pad up under the knees with your blanket if you'd like. Knees in line with the hips, tops of the feet pressing in, creating steadiness in the body. Stretch out through the fingers, eyes closed, or you're looking down at the earth. Take a big belly breath here. Sigh it out. And moving with the breath, as you inhale, the belly drops down, heart and hips lift. You can have a bend to the elbows. Exhale as you curl and round, press the ground away, tailbone tucks, forehead presses toward the tailbone. Inhale as you open up into cow pose, opening the heart, stretching the spine, stretching the belly. Exhale, curl and round, eyes can close. Feel free to find any intuitive movement here that feels good to you. Cat-cow helps us to open up space in the heart and the spine in a very physical and literal way. The shape of our body even helping us to bring in a deeper inhale, getting that deeper hit of oxygen, creating that energy. And as you exhale, the shape of your body again, as you curl and round, you're getting rid of that stagnancy, that CO2, that junk that hangs out at the bottom of the ribs. Focus here on your breath, last 3 rounds, and have a very slow, controlled, open mouth sigh as you curl and round, really squeeze all of the air out, refresh yourself. Last one. Back to tabletop position. Drop down to the right forearm, elbow right under the shoulder, and flip the left wrist around. Give yourself a little wrist stretch here, just controlling. If coming down to forearm is a little too low for you, feel free just to come right back up. And back to center. You can drop down to that forearm second side. Right hand flips around, pressing into the palm and just rocking here very gently, finding a stretch in the wrist. And then come into forearm tabletop and let the crown of the head hang down toward the earth. Press the palms into the mat. Elbows right under the shoulders. Maybe even press into the elbows, creating a little stability there in the shoulders. Sigh it out. Relax tension from the neck. And slowly lift up. Find tabletop. And then walk up into a kneeling position, rolling the shoulders back. Hips right or knees right under the hips, and we'll bring hands to the sacrum, to the low spine, the fingers pressing down, palms pressing in, elbows pressing toward each other, lifting up into the heart. If it's too much to have the hands that way, just bring yourself into hands on hips and just open out through the elbows that way. Press the hips forward and lift up into the heart, just this very baby camel pose. And breathe deeply. Elbows hugging together, shoulder blades hugging together. And open up through the collarbones. And release. Let's crawl forward into tabletop again, and we'll find thread the needle. The blanket can come in under the shoulder if you'd like. Right hand steps out to the side of the mat. Left arm reaches up. If you get here and you feel stuck, come down back to your tabletop. Bring your knees out a little bit wider than your hips. That right hand becomes your support again. Lift up through the left arm. As you exhale, we're going to curl and dive through, threading the needle. And then come up again. Press into right arm. Lift up into left arm. Inhale. Exhale, curl and round, diving through but not landing. One more, inhale. Exhale as you dive through, really reach the left fingers away and then gently bring the left shoulder down to the earth, left ear down to the earth, hips stay up over the knees. Right hand becomes your support. Thread the needle is a wonderful shoulder stretch, but it's also an upside down twist, and it's such a beautiful place for the body to come into that it never gets to come into. So just relax here into the twist, using the right hand to help you open up into the heart. And take several slow breaths here, eyes closed, jaw relaxed. If you feel as though you can maintain your twist, you can reach right arm up, or even wrap it back behind you, tucking the fingers around, and breathe. Slowly start to unwind. Turn to tabletop position. Move into the shoulders, releasing that twist, that stretch. And we'll find thread the needle on the opposite side. Knees come wider than the hips. Again, left hand steps out. Right arm reaches up, open into the heart. And 3 times we'll dive through but not land. Exhale as we thread the needle. Inhale, press into that left arm. Exhale, right arm dives through. Last one. This time, land here, that right shoulder coming down, right ear coming down. Left hand becomes your support, finding first that twist and then that shoulder stretch. Relax the jaw, relax into the neck. And breathe here slowly, enjoying this feeling of being upside down, enjoying this twisted spine, this stretching shoulder. If you're feeling steady, left arm can reach up or even wrap around. Finding that nice open heart, stretching shoulder, twisting spine. Let your heart heal here. 2 more breaths. Unwind the left arm. Return to your tabletop position. Stretch the legs out, lower the hips down, and let's rest in tadpole. Arms reach forward, forehead to the arms. Turn your toes out, walking the legs as wide as the mat, creating this length throughout the whole body. And if arms forward doesn't feel right for the neck, you can bring the arms back and turn one cheek to the earth. And just allow this to be a few moments of grounding. Just let yourself feel steadiness here, listening to the sound of your breath. Feeling the lift and rise of your belly in this position. Just allowing gravity to reverse for a moment as you lay on your belly.
Drop one cheek to the earth. Very gently lift up and turn the other cheek, laying back down, settling in. And just allowing this pose to create that sense of calm for the nervous systems, just allowing all of your senses to soften here. Slowly start to come up. Feet will stretch out behind you again, and we're going to move into Sphinx pose. Elbows come under the shoulders. We'll just take a few breaths here in this heart opener. If this is too much of a back bend for you, I invite you to cobra pose instead, just bringing hands under or behind the shoulders, elbows hugging in. Lifting up through the heart here, pressing down through the legs. Looking down at the earth to create that length in the back of the neck. Let's take 5 breaths here with that soft, open mouth exhale. Inhaling for 6, listening to the sound of your breath. And soft sigh out of the mouth, exhaling for 6, listening to the sound of your breath. Four more breaths, just guiding the brain to be interested in this rhythm. Last 3. Last one. Hands slide under or back behind the shoulders. Press yourself back, child's pose. Release into the small of the back. Feel the shoulders stretch forward and take 5 breaths here as well. Inhaling for 6 and have that soft, smooth, open mouth exhale for 6. This kind of breathing really does help us to release what ails us, but also help us to prevent those patterns from coming back next time. People who do yoga return to their mat over and over again because it creates health and wellness in their lives in a way that typically we weren't expecting. Take 3 more slow rounds, inhaling 6. Listen to that soft sigh as you exhale. We're going to come up and over and lay down onto our back, coming into reverse child's pose. or grounding pose, rolling down onto your back and hugging knees to your chest. Feel the shoulders melt into the earth. Feel the back of the hips melt into the earth. And roll around here gently side to side. Eyes closed. Feet come down to center. Roll those shoulders underneath you. Arrange your spine long. And right ankle crosses at the left thigh. Flex through the heel. And you can stay here for pigeon pose, or you can hug in as you'd like, using the arms to help hug the right leg in, or using the left leg to help hug the right leg in. Return to that breath pattern, inhaling 6 and exhaling 6, just continually guiding the brain back to this task. It helps us to create stillness in the mind in a very real way, especially if you are prone to that panic or overwhelm or those dizzying thoughts that never ever end. Just listen to the sound of your breath, count how long it takes you, and exhale in a special way. It works every time. Just listen. 2 more. Relax the left foot back down to the earth, unwinding from your pigeon. Lift the hips up just an inch off the ground and shimmy them left and right a few times. And then set the hips back down and second side. Left ankle crosses at the right thigh. Stay here. Hug in with the arms or hug in with that right leg, reaching through and wrapping the arms, the fingers around the shin or the thighs. And inhale through the nose for the count of 6. Exhale in a soft sigh for the count of 6. Continue that pattern, feeling the lift of the body as you inhale mindfully. And let the body sink into the earth, creating that sense of calm and quiet on a physical level. Take one more round. And slowly release back down to center. Both feet return to the earth. Arms out in a T shape next to you, palms pressing up. Just creating this stretch through the heart line. Feet go as wide as the mat, knees stay bent. We'll drop over to a twist. Knees fall over to the right, face rolls over to the left. And breathe lots of space here through the heart, shoulder blades rolling to the earth, creating the space in the front of the body, the stretch into the hips. Keep your knees twisted. Roll your head here side to side gently. Just create a little stretch in your neck. Face comes to center, knees come to center. Take a breath here. Allow the spine to return to neutral. And then drop the knees left. Face turns right. Relax into the breath, open into the heart. And use the exhales to create that sense of calm here in the body, just sinking in repeatedly. Keeping your knees where they are, just roll that neck a few times side to side. Mindful. Face comes to center. Knees come to center. And bring the hips back right under the shoulders, arms release to your sides. Hug your knees into your chest for grounding pose, or lift the feet up for a happy baby pose. Reaching up, you can either hold on to your thighs, you can hold on to the shins or ankles, or maybe you'll reach up and find the outside edges of your feet. Heels press up, tailbone presses down. And you can roll here gently side to side. Relax into your eyes and your forehead and your jaw. Maybe take a dramatic sigh or two. Really just release here in this lovely hip opener. And slowly relax the feet down. Arms are going to come to interlace underneath the head, creating a little bit of a pillow. Legs will mimic the shape, coming into bound angle pose. Soles of the feet come together. Knees opening out to the sides, elbows opening out to the sides. Allow yourself to drop in here into a sense of stillness that we've been cultivating all class. Today we worked a little bit on lifting depression and calming anxiety and feelings of overwhelm. This position is a great place to do all three. You get to open up to the world in a place, in a way that is very open, very trusting, but you're in a safe place, so you don't mind doing it. Also allow yourself to ground down through the back of your body. Feel the hands resting to the earth and feel your head resting in your hands. If your elbows or your arms are able to come down to the floor, you can feel that as well. Maybe elbows are up a little bit, but just notice where the shoulders are touching and relax the breath there, relax the weight there. Feel a sense of calm through the back of the body as you open into your heart, open into this space. return here to the sounds that you hear far and near. Birds outside or family members walking around in the house. Traffic or dogs. What can you hear near? And what can you hear far? And staying here for just a few more breaths, cultivating gratitude for this beautiful sunny day that we had. Gratitude for the sounds of spring returning. Gratitude for the shoots of green that are coming up through the ground. Gratitude that social isolation does not include the backyard and we can still go outside and feel the sunshine on our face. Gratitude for these interesting times that we live in. If this position is your happy place, please feel free to hold on to it if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll start to stretch out for Shavasana. Knees will come together. Arms will stretch back down. And you can take a moment here to move around gently side to side or find any stretch or movement that we didn't get to during class. And covering up with a blanket or using something to cover your eyes, start to stretch out for Shavasana. Legs long, arms long, palms face up. Again, creating this openness, this lifted feeling for the body in a physical way. Just allowing the safety of this space to work its magic on us. Legs long and arms long. Relax your eyes and your jaw. And just feel yourself sink into the earth here.
to move into your body however it feels good to you, wiggling fingers and toes, stretching arms and legs. And then as you're ready, turn onto your right side. Take a few breaths there. Eyes can stay closed, pillowing your head with your arms. And then as you're ready, come on up into a comfortable seated position. Hands come to your heart in a gesture of gratitude. Eyes closed. You can even bow your head for a moment, just thanking yourself for showing up. Thanking that inner voice that guided you here tonight. And send some love out to our community as well, whether they're with us here tonight or not. And we'll end our class with the sound of 3 ohms, adding our vibrations to the world. Make sure we can hear the love coming out of your voice. Nice, slow, deep inhale. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste. Very happy Wednesday, everybody. If you need more yoga tonight, feel free to join us back here in just 30 minutes for 75-minute relaxation class. Other than that, very happy Wednesday to you all. Hopefully we'll be back in our space soon and back together. Other than that, this class is yours to keep. You can come and find it on Facebook or YouTube anytime, and we're going to be adding some more. Oh, Amanda, hello, and Cheryl and Emmy. Yay. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Emmy, watching you with your quarantine painting is a joy, so keep it up. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Love you all. I'm glad that you're sharing this with everyone you know, Amanda. So am I. See you soon.